My name is Mahanraj Kaur, and I'm just really excited. I don't know, some energy really gets me going. So today is the new moon in Sag, and I laugh about that because my Sagittarius is in my 5th house of children and playing and romance and creativity. And yesterday I went to the wild animal park with my granddaughter. We took this picture. We were both going, Simon! Yeah. So, that's how it affects me, right? But that was one of the fun things about that new moon circle. We're going to do one of them either on the new or full moon every month. And it went really good. So what we did was we looked at where the energy was in each of your house. You got a personal reading so you could better understand it. And then we did a really deep meditation and sound healing. So it's fun. So today I just want to say we're going to work with Guru Ratana's book, From Fear to Love, using our mind to understand our emotions. And this book is my favorite book. I'm going to get a bunch so we can have them. This is my favorite teacher, Guru Ratana. This is my favorite book she wrote, although I have worn out her transitions to a heart-centered world. So the concept of this, I love what she says right here. She says, both men and women live in a paradigm of structure, fear, as a consequence of abuse, exploration, and suppression of all forms of the feminine, our body, our feelings, our emotions, women, the Mother Earth, over the millennium. Our psyche, in turn, has internalized the continual abuse of the feminine, creating and maintaining the paradigm. To move into a paradigm of love within ourselves, we must learn how to lovingly relate to our body, our emotions, our feelings. She says this, the loving energy awareness polarity male is stable, static, neutral, unchanging. The loving energy feeling polarity female is flowing, rhythmic, and ever-changing. So look at those, right? So he's got, and it's not a he, because like some he's and more she's, And hopefully they're really balanced. That's the thing, and I'm not even talking about being gay. You can be more of a she and be straight. I mean, none of that matters. We have these energies that, and what she says is like the male and female of love. I love that. Masculine, feminine. So, and I'm going to use Mahanraj's thing. He's like such a great balance. He's such a dude, but he's such a girl. And I love that. If he wasn't, I would be like, I don't know. I need a little bit of a girly man. I hope he's never going to watch this. But anyway. So it's the balance. And you can see, I'm very masculine. I'm very assertive and but there's that other side. And it doesn't have to be 50-50, right? Within ourselves, we have this DNA, we have an astrological makeup, we have a propensity towards our family of origin and what we're trying to heal. And so the universe is perfect, and it will regulate that energy of either being or having a lot of stability, static, neutral, unchanging, with flowing, rhythmic, ever-changing, right? Because we know, sometimes it's not good, obviously, to change your mind all the time, but sometimes that can be a feminine characteristic. But it also is so good when you have a very male-oriented, sometimes it's hard, and I'm very fixed in my astrology, it's hard for me to change my mind. So I either do one of two things. I stick with something and it's like a dead corpse and I'm dragging it around, which is not good. Or when it's time to make a decision, I just won't decide, which is a decision I've learned over the years. But that is just avoid it, it'll be fine. No, you can't. No, you can't do that, right? So we're going to work with love today. And I love that with Sag. So it's this half man, half horse, shooting an arrow into the cosmos, okay? So we're shooting towards love and how love could be a healing bomb. The Sagittarian is, that little archer dude is known as one of the greatest healers because he's mystical. He's not from this plane. And so he can point to a truth that maybe you don't know. This new moon is really relating to what we're calling the Saturn and Pluto, Capricorn. They've been on top of each other since April of 2019, and they will be through January. So what is happening this year? And so the Sagittarius moon should help us feel like, ooh, maybe I'm making it. Maybe I'm going to be all right. Maybe I've made enough good decisions, But through the year, you might have felt like you're working on a really bad habit or a really bad thought form, a thing you've just done. I know I've been so in it with a couple of ways of thinking and doing, and I can feel the healing. I can feel it lifting up. So it isn't like if you feel like you've been under like the vice with certain deep emotional things, you have. And that's what Capricorn does. Capricorn's going to go, I'm going to push your ass up a mountain, and hopefully you're going to get it as you plod along, right? And Kundalini yoga gives us the energy because it's easy to want to give up. I mean, think about, I think about when I did this whole process of, healing myself and also drawing in the one and did this whole thing. In fact, I'm going to teach it in February. I used to teach it at the Soul of Yoga, and I haven't done it here. Anyway, so it took a lot of energy. And my teacher would always say to me, well, if you want to be a doctor, wouldn't you have to go to university and this and that? You're talking about meeting the man of your life. You think you're just going to casually see him at Fraser's? You might. And I didn't go to Fraser Farms. I went to bars, so I was going to casually meet him drunk and take him home, probably. And he's like, that's probably not your best idea. Okay, so let's do something else. So then we're doing all this healing and really getting clear on what it is. So it took energy. And then I wanted to have a really good career, and I became a marketing underwriter, and that took energy. And then I wanted to be a mom, and that took those are huge energetics, and every single one of us has those, right? Kundalini yoga is kind of that special gift we have that we can gain more energy, and we can gain it in these two areas we talked about, right? We can gain it with a loving presence that gives us stability and strength, and we can also harness the ability to move and flow and change, because to have all of those dreams and the fulfillment we want, we're going to have energy, a soul that is elevated. And also, it takes a lot of Kundalini to get the mind to respect the heart and soul. This system can work super well together with the right practice. And it's intended to. That's why I'm I like Buddhist stuff, but it always sounds like no mind. You're never going to have no mind. Stop. You are going to have a mind for the rest of your life. But, Yogi Bhajan was always like, so let's get that mind to work for us. And the mind loves prana, it loves, and mantra. We're going to do one of the best meditations for your mind today. And it clears the subconscious, and for women, it clears our ties of negativity to men, specifically. Starting with dad and whatever and all the other. And all the stuff you make up, that's the truth. If you have siblings, like I have siblings, the way we looked at my childhood, I could see it like this, my brother's like this, and I'm like, ooh, where are you at? But because his subconscious did that. So we're going to do some work on neutralizing it and loving the subconscious and empty out a little poo-poo today. So we have a little space for life, and it'll be just, so good. And we have specialness today. We have this beautiful goddess, Kema, and she is going to do some blessings. Tell us about it.
Yeah, well, I brought a really nice selenite wand, appropriate for this group. And the selenite basically goes through your energy body. So what I love about the crystals, and they're just such a divine companionship with Kundalini, but also with what we're kind of going through astrologically. And so if we're talking about this new moon in Sagittarius, and we're talking about creating this space for a fresh start. So everything that's kind of going on in our world, right? physically, in our physical reality, in our mentality, in our emotional body, and then in our spiritual, right? It's all holding an energy, but like that's not trapped at the skin, right? We're radiating out, which we learned in Kundalini as well. So the selenite actually goes through your energy field, and it works like, I like to call it an auric comb. So it's kind of combing out whatever, is ready to be kind of released and washed through. And then it helps to like bring more energy into your energy body. So you get to experience what it's like to kind of be at your up-leveled but natural vibration.
Nice.
So you get to experience that. I'll move it through your energy field, and what's pretty far out is that you likely feel the energy of the crystal moving through your energy field if you allow for your kind of inner senses to
nice. So let's do this. We're gonna do the tune in and the protection and do some long deep breathing, and then do that so we can get cleared in the beginning, and then you have another idea for the end.
Yeah, so I brought single terminated quartz crystal points, and points are generators of energy and really great when we're focusing our intentions or like what it is that we're projecting for our future self. So whether or not you have an intent today, but just having that on the third eye center during our rest, then that energy will be able to kind of be a little souped up and charged up.
Awesome! We're gonna be awesome! All right, let's get to it. Thank you so much, Goddess. Inhale deep. Exhale with a sigh. Awesome. Bring your thumbs into your sternum and roll your shoulders back. Tuck your chin in slightly, gaze into the third eye. Inhale to chant. Squeeze the root lock, bring the navel, tuck the chin, let the Kundalini energy and blessing rise up through the chakras and into the pineal and pituitary. Exhale. And now you're going to chant for protection. Inhale. Agde name, Jugade name, Sakde name, Siddhi Gurudev name. Agde name, Jugade name, Sakde name, Siddhi Gurudev. As you exhale, lower your hands down onto your knees, bringing your thumb and index finger together. And I want you to take 4 sniffs through your nose, and then 4 out your mouth. Keep up with that. Send the breath.
This is my liberation song.
Exhale and relax. Let the breath and the mantra wash over you. As Kema comes around with this clearing of our aura, we're going to have such a fresh start to move into liberation, into love today. Just this. We chant Om Namo to tune ourselves into the greatest lineage, Kundalini Yoga, and also the wisest teacher, which is your own inner guru, your own soul. Take a moment to pause and honor that. The matrix of fear is what love can penetrate. It's what love can heal. It can be love that moves us so we can be conscious. Every human being has the capacity to experience peace, happiness, and love, and yet we are bound by invisible, undefined, and unacknowledged restraints that interfere with our ability to access the true essence of the true polarities of love in our soul. When we are immersed in the matrix of fear, where there is little or no spiritual light, we are unable to see or speak or act the truth or feel the light of consciousness, where love replaces fear and we are not afraid. We can speak and act from truth. There are 3 types of fear: mental fear, emotional fear, relationship fear. And pain is what is the end answer to all fear. It encodes our aura and it changes who we are. And today we're cleansing the aura. We're going to do this set that prepares us for deep healing, clarity, and being ready for the Kriya meditation we're doing. Breathe. Satanama, the cycle of infinity. Sa, infinity. Ta, birth. Naha, death. Ma, rebirth. Sa, Tanama. We are using this mantra today. The mantra of change. The mantra of clarity. Just this. Stay with it. Breathing into the aspects of love, non-physical love, feeling love, and the inner alchemic relationship love. Feel into the space right behind the sternum, the physical heart, the heart chakra. Just start chanting this mantra. I love myself. I love me. I love me. I love me. I love me. Keep chanting it in your mind. Bringing so much love. I love me. And when we love me, when we love ourselves, we have forgiveness and compassion for our lives and for others. Exhale, shoot your hands into the air, curl the fingers into the top, thumbs point towards the universe, heart goes out a little, tuck the chin, breath of fire. Inhale deep. Bring your thumbs together. Open up the fingers, reach high. Lengthen the spine, let the prana move. Calm the auric field. Bring your fingertips to the ground. Wow, did I feel that one? Thank you. I feel like really clean and pristine. Roll onto your hands and knees. We're going to do cat and cow for 2 minutes, so I want you to drop the spine, look up at the third eye, and then press it up. Inhale down, exhale up, and add the mantra, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam. Pick up the pace. You're doing great. And you're on the clock. Breaking the chains now of our mental fear, emotional fear, our fear in relationship of avoidance or the lack of attraction. Releasing the fear of judging and being judged. And releasing the fear of being controlled. Think of your spine as like this lightning rod that's pressing the heart and the light of the Kundalini up through your crown and into your aura, cutting all the cords of fear. Keep up. Make it a practice to notice anxiety and stress. Know that's a form of fear. And just, this is the yoga awareness. So when we just have an awareness, we can shift from being anxious to love. We need to take some deep breaths. You know, sometimes it's really good to write out, not sometimes, it's so good to write out your fear because you can get it out and let it go. You're almost there, 20 more seconds. It stops the spinning wheel in the mind. And when you add Kundalini and prana and all this good stuff, whoo, the sky is the limit. All right, inhale, drop the spine. Exhale, press the spine towards the ceiling. Sit back on your calves and heels. Bring your hands into a prayer and your third eye to the room. Connect your energy to God, the generating, organizing, delivering force, the part of this universe that is love. Love can generate healing, connection. It can organize the light into your life, and it can destroy the fear. Breathe. I love this quote from Yogi Bhajan. He says, if your presence cannot command respect, your orders won't either. So breathing into self-love is the highest form of respect. Slowly bring your torso up. Wrap your arms around you in a hug. Take the left to the right shoulder and then the right over. Sit tall, squeeze in. Inhale to the left. It's harder this way. Exhale to the right. And feel yourself hugging you. And enjoy it. Our own touch, our own hug, when we really start to be conscious and elevated, is just as yummy as other beings. Sometimes even better. So go for it. Sat nam, sat nam. Inhale to center. Exhale, bring your hands onto your thighs. Inhale, the shoulders up. Keep up, you're doing great. Inhale, squeeze up. Exhale down. Awesome. Come onto your hands, your toes with your heels together and your hands in front so you look like a frog. We're going to say sat here and nam up. Inhaling and exhaling, being regulated by the mantra. Sut, nam, 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 sut, nam. Last one. Sut, nam. Good. Put your heels on the ground. Inhale, roll up. Exhale into a prayer. Woo. Take some deep breaths. Bring your feet wider than your shoulders. Palms out to the side, palms down. Inhale here. Exhale, take your right hand to the left foot. Look up at the right. Inhale up. And keep chanting that mantra. Sat nam, sat nam. Keep the forearms parallel to the earth, field goal. Inhale, knee up, exhale down. Keep up. Keep up, sorry. Inhale, reach up, both feet off the ground, levitate. Okay, anyways, exhale, come your vertical field. Bring your hands together. Try not to cross your thumbs, but if you have to, that does make it a little easier. This just really helps cleanse your arc line and your gray matter. I want you to bring your hands elbows as straight as you can. Okay? Close your eyes, and you're going to whip like a little straw. It's so tight, you might even kind of make a whistly sound, and then the same way out. Run the clock, stay with it. Of you like this, touching the thumbs. Now you're going to go like this. You're going to take an inhale, go like this, and then exhale up. I'm sorry, I did it wrong. Okay, inhale out, exhale to your heart. Inhale up, exhale down. Start at the beginning, inhale out, exhale, inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, hold it there, inhale, exhale. How's it good? Keep up, you're doing great. Okay, now bring those hands up overhead, turn them back toward each other. This time, put the left thumb over the right. Inhale to the left, exhale to the right. Keep up. great. Keep up, you're doing so good. Inhale, reach, reach, reach. Exhale, bring your hands down in Gyan Mudra and just take a little rest here. Breathe. Hands on your calves. Inhale forward, exhale back. Come to center, be still. Lay onto your back for stretch pose. Curl your head, tuck the chin into your chest. Reach with your hands. Press your shoulders up so the low back goes down. Lift your legs 6 inches off the ground, breath of fire. More seconds, you've got this. Inhale, hold it up. Exhale, relax. Take a little rest. Bring the light of consciousness into your heart and your emotions right now. Allow every feeling. Some feelings are very uncomfortable. Feel them anyway. Trusting this mantra, trusting your soul, trusting the breath, trusting love can heal everything. Turn your awareness to the feelings that you avoid and flood them with forgiveness. Notice how the heart and the solar plexus tend to get tight. Breathe into opening them like a lotus. And just like a lotus, those negative feelings are the mud that a beautiful lotus grows out of. So when we face our fear, we open to love. Breathe. touchstone of spirit, the consciousness and the soul, you'll be surprised how easy it is to solve that problem. Imagine shooting that arrow of love in this new moon in Sag to your higher power. Like it digs in there and a silver strand stays connected to you, bringing you truth, willpower, compassion, clarity. Open your heart to the progress you've made this year. What is just past the struggles? Where did you do it right? And see that energy getting bigger and bigger. Inhale, reach over your head. Exhale, hug your knees into your heart. Wrap yourself up and hug yourself. And gently move left to right, left to right. Now rock up and down, up and down, up and down. Nice. So we are going to do a meditation that's called the Kirtan Kriya. There are thousands of Kriyas, and in this lineage, 5 of them are like the top dogs. This is one of them. This meditation is also one of the most studied meditations. In fact, right here at UCSD, I believe his last name is Solomon. He has done in-depth study on this, on how it heals the subconscious and the mind. They also really use it on people with drug habits, depression, and Alzheimer's. Alzheimer's really helps that. And it's very challenging. I've taught this a few times at senior homes, and it is challenging, but no matter how they try to get through it, it really stimulates the brain. So as we do this, let's go over what we're going to do. We're going to have our hands down like this, and we're going to touch the index finger to our thumb, and then the middle, and then the ring, and then the mercury. You want to touch it hard enough that the tips of your fingers kind of turn white, you know? So there's a tap, okay? And I just want to bring this to your awareness. As we go through this, we're going to do this 11 minutes. You may start to notice that these touches, you feel like these pings in your brain. It's pretty amazing. So the chant is going to be one syllable on each finger. Sa, ta, na, ma. Sa, ta, na, ma. Infinity, birth, death, rebirth. Infinity, death, birth, death, rebirth. Yeah, we need to get born again. Oh my God, we just got out of the cycle. Okay, so when you think of that just in its simplistic terms, that's the cycle of change, you know? Something comes from God. Everything comes from God. Everything, even the shit stuff. It's all the same thing, this loving force. So something comes and it's born in your life, right? And it stays and it is useful as long as it is. You know, even the bad, addictive thought patterns and stuff we formed as children, they were very useful for survival. There's nothing that just, oh, you know, I know that's fucked up, I'm going to go ahead and do it. No, originally, there was something about it that gave us comfort or helped us get through it or whatever, right? But then that dies, and that can be relationships, jobs, thought patterns, you know, whatever. And then it's reborn. And when we do the work, it keeps up-leveling and up-leveling and up-leveling. That's, I think, one of the biggest challenges of staying in a romantic relationship is they do that. They come, they're born, they die and they need to be reborn. And if one of the partners is not ready for this birth, that's when, well, we don't have anything in common anymore. And you know what? When I was really first into yoga, I think we were married about, 12 years? We're married 28 now. I thought maybe I was too spiritual. I thought maybe, I just need to leave him behind because he's just not keeping up with me. And I don't want to be held back. I mean, I'm so full of shit. Thank God I had a teacher that said, you might want to rethink that really little. Now but having said that, sometimes that's true, right? We've all been in those friendships or lovers or whatever. This is why this practice is so good, because this helps us be the stable, loved, and male and female, right? This helps us be clear, stable, neutral, and flowing, moving, and creating. Together, we're awesome. Okay, so you'll be doing this. This seems easy enough, but we're going to add one more little thing. On each sound, sa, ta, na, ma, I want you to imagine this like light from the universe is going to make an L. It's going to shoot the sound current through your crown, sa, and come out your third eye. Sa, ta, na, ma. So that's a lot to be doing. Finger touching, saying the thing, and keeping your, really try to keep the L thing going. That's really big. And you'll go out of it. You'll be, oh my God, my L is going. It's still happening, but this is good discipline for your mind to do all this at once. That's the beauty of mantra and this kind of a kriya, because you know how you go lift weights and run miles, whatever? This is like running a 10K for your little mind, because it gets like, whoa, it has to like stay. 'Cause normally it's like a little puppy. Oh, let's think about that and let's worry about that. And maybe you don't give a fuck, do you? You're driving, And it's like, what? But you do this, and it teaches the mind to calm down. It teaches it to not think about so many things at once. We really don't want that. It's, we can't like turn that switch off. The slower. They say the average human experiences 1,000 thoughts every blinking of an eye. That means because of our awareness, I'm like looking at you and I'm aware of the temperature. I don't even know all of it. So most of it drops into my subconscious. And then it links up with all my nightmares and creates more fun for later. It's all good. Okay, so let's just take a moment to center into our hearts and be the women that we are into this beautiful new moon in Sag. And really think about this mantra as a mantra of love, pouring into our minds and our bodies and our hearts, and healing ourselves in such a deep way that we can experience this season of the holidays, whatever that means. Sometimes it means everybody else is busy and you're not. Or sometimes you pile too many things on it. Truly, December is the bringer of light, the Sagittarius energy through most of it, and the winter solstice. Open ourselves up, ladies, to the biggest healing through this mantra. Oh wait, I forgot to say the most important thing, sorry. Also, but you'll be led in it. We're going to speak it, sa, ta, na, then we'll whisper, sa, ta, na. Then we're silent. Then we come back to whisper and voice. You'll be guided in it, okay? I get so excited. I just get so excited. Sa, ta, na, ma, sa, ta, na, ma, sa. Sa deep. Suspend the breath. Exhale. We're going to lay down for the sound healing. The first part is going to have a crystal bowl coming around that will really help ignite this beautiful gift we get to use during the Savasana and sound healing, and then we'll end with the gong for the final subconscious clearing. So came on, you're coming, so you know you're going to get a little rock touch. Don't be alarmed.
one who has created you, let him create all the environments